I will never copyright a reaction channel. I will never, ever strike down a compilation of me because I don't care.
Erica has spoken. Erica has spoken and you shall listen. Now sit your butt down and let's get into the video. Erica talked to Apathetic Facts, and babes, we are going to talk about them apathetic facts. Let's watch it together.
Last night, Valentine and her wife's Instagram profiles started to circulate after Amber decided to reveal to her entire audience that Valentine's real name is Erica, even though Amber allegedly agreed to not make any videos about her.
Amber agreed not to make any videos about Erica, and she actually did after all. All because of Tommy. Tommy must be so special. She even agreed to not make any videos in this phone call, too. That's what gets me. Oh my gosh, Amber.
When her wife Brittany reached out to me via Instagram DMs, I asked Erica to send me a friend request to prove it was really her, and she did just that. Erica and her wife do not wish to remain anonymous, hidden, or blurred. So with all that said, this is how it all went down.
Okay, hello Apathetic Facts. This is Erica. I do want to say how this all started was me and Brittany were sitting in bed and we saw one of Amberlynn's posts talking about masculine women. And Brittany looked at me and I looked at her and I was like, what if I messaged her? Right? So our first message was, I was like, I think I said like masculine women question mark or something like that. And she messaged me back and we were messaging for a while, back and forth, just like talking. And then, of course
So that means that Amberlynn is active in them DMs, in them Instagram DMs. She is going into her request and she's looking at requests and stuff.
started becoming a problem.
A problem because of Amber, because they were in it together when she messaged Amber, right? And they started talking, and then it became a problem for them. It's becoming a problem for them.
Between Brittany and I, because I was like, apparently, I guess her true colors were showing, whatever. She did ask if I was with anyone, and so I had talked to Brittany, and I was like, what should I tell her? And Brittany was like, tell her that, like, we're still technically married, but that, you know, we aren't, like, technically together, but we're, like, by law still married. So I gave her that story, and
Erica and Brittany, both of y'all. Amberlynn gets trolled by a married couple.
Rode with it for a while, and of course I do deserve this backlash that I'm getting because I trolled her for a while.
You see that? Did you see that? Now that is a mature person. I think Erica is a really chill person. Just from like at least being able to admit that and be like, okay, yeah, I kind of see what's happening. Like I'm in the loop. I put myself in the loop. You know what I mean?
And just kind of like get like a kick out of it, you know, whatever. It's Amberlynn Reed. I wasn't a big fan of her for a very long time, and she does know. I openly told her, Amberlynn, that, you know, I used to watch her and I disliked her extremely at one point. And of course she wasn't too fond of that. So, the conversation continued and then it got, you know, kind of out of hand. And so also, I'd like to point out that while I was talking to Amberlynn, she was talking to a girl named Danielle that was also married.
Amberlynn is talking to multiple married women. Amberlynn, you know what I'm thinking about when I'm hearing all of this? This is what I'm thinking about, okay? I'm thinking Amberlynn found out that her exes, one got married, the other one is in another relationship. And she's like, you know what? I desperately do want to get married. So well, how about instead I try a new strategy, which is I go to married women, the ones that are already in relationships, because they want to be married and have them marry me. Am I reaching too far? Actually proves my last video when I was speculating that, you know, she could have been talking to Erica even after she found out that she was married, because I feel like Amberlynn is not the type of person to leave, and she would feel like, oh, if you were to break up, you know, with your wife for me, it would just be romantic and it would just be a very strong love, very soft love that we couldn't really resist. Like, I feel like that's Amberlynn. You know, she was trying to romanticize the situation.
I don't know like the full details behind that whole situation. I just know that I was kind of like the back burner person of this whole triangle that she had going.
That's crazy. So Erica was not even the main focus, but Amberlynn talks to multiple women. This is just proving what we all been, you know, speculating in. Like this, Erica has really done a great job. And you know what? I feel like, you know, this is well deserved. Time coming. Amberlynn just talking to so many people online, like she's not a public figure, and she, you know, we can't be surprised this is happening. You can't be surprised, Amber, that this is happening. You know what I mean? So this whole time, Erica is not even the main person, and she was talking to somebody else. That means that Erica was probably just used as a ploy to keep the narrative on YouTube going, because she needed something to have the, you know, keep the narrative going. You know what I mean? She was just using Erica's name, aka Valentine, just for like a placeholder, you know, and whatever. It wasn't ever serious to her. It wasn't. But if she could have gotten her, she would have done it. You know, she's just like throwing out her net and trying to see who she can capture. So this completely disproves the whole idea of, oh, Amberlynn just like, oh, they're all the ones coming to me first. Girl, you were the biggest lie. That you know what this means? This really means that when you look at Amberlynn, you're looking at a definition of lie in the dictionary.
Going on, like she was talking to another girl named Abby, and then she was telling me about her friend named Alexis, and then she was telling me about Danielle and how she was crazy over her. And
Erica is Danielle, and it's who else? Abby or something? I can't. Should I go back? No. And then Alexis. What do you think she's doing here, you guys? What do you think she's doing here? So this is as well. This might as well be like all them friends should be talking about. Oh, my friends. This is it. I feel like she was trying to make her jealous by telling her all of these things. It's crazy that she told her all of these things though.
Blah blah blah, and then we kind of just like started talking more and more and more, and then, you know, my wife was like, hey, you know, I don't want you talking to her anymore. So there was a time where we didn't talk, but shortly after did start talking again. I'm not a good person for like doing this, and I know that I'm not. And, you know, whenever me and Amberlynn supposedly like broke. Okay. I'm backtrack. I'm going too far ahead. Just give me a second. So we kept talking. She started becoming really possessive.
At this point, I want to say they're still just friends. You get what I'm talking about? Like, maybe Erica did, you know, throw a net, maybe seem like she's a little bit romantically interested. But when she said that Amberlynn was telling her about other married women she was talking to, that just feels like friend vibe to me. You know what I mean? Like, it just feels like friend vibe still. Like, at that point, if I'm telling you about my other, you know, romantic interests and stuff, it's like we're at a friend level, right? And if something was to, you know, happen beyond that, then it would be like a mutual thing, I feel like. And normally, you know, in real life, you guys would meet in person, you guys would know each other and actually spend time together, and so actually be a friend in real life, and not just online. You've never met them before. Wow. Yeah, but I'm just saying, in real life too, like, if you're telling someone about your other romantic interests and stuff, at this point, it's like friend level. Like, y'all are not, you know, even though maybe there was like an initial romantic interest. Now, if y'all was to now decide to mutually be together, then it's like, okay, I will get it if you would now be possessive a little bit, you know, because y'all are now together. Like, that would make sense, you know what I mean? But for Amber to be possessive when she's still a friend, technically, they're not together, and she is telling her about her other romantic interests, is just crazy. It's just crazy. Completely OD'd and out of pocket.
She started, you know, talking about Brittany, how I always choose her first, and that I won't be her girlfriend, and I wouldn't choose her. And so on, I think it was like Valentine's Day or whatever, she was giving me a hard time about it, and it more so felt forced.
Exactly what I felt. Why would she be telling her that you won't be my girlfriend? I'm guessing that she decided to pick Erica, and Erica is not giving her what she wants. Like, she's not pursuing her as she would like. So now she's trying to, like, hint and sort of like all of this stuff. But I just feel like if you like somebody and they don't like you back, you should probably just back off.
And that was through text. So if she tries to show those texts, you'll see that that was a forced agreement.
If it was a forced agreement, she would never do that, because Amberlynn's ego is way too high, especially after she comes on here and tells everyone that people are chasing her. She is wanted. But you know what? I feel like Amberlynn hasn't been able to get a girlfriend for a minute. Like, you're literally a public figure, right? Anyone can look you up and see all of these things about you. So I just don't understand how she still gets people to be in relationships with her. But now this makes sense. This explains it all. She is forcing. You can't help but think about all of her past relationships and if this is how she got to those relationships. You know what I mean?
For me and her to be in a relationship. And so I was like, so what would this relationship be? And she was like, just more loyal, more communication, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, I can deal with that, whatever. And that was where it came about. We continued talking and things got more and more in depth with each other.
I don't know why, but right there, she just sounded like Becky to me. You think this is revenge? Karma?
And I was actually starting to second guess, like, her as a person. Maybe the haters are wrong. Maybe she isn't a bad person, because the side that I saw of her wasn't the person that I saw on YouTube.
One thing about narcissistic people, not to say that anyone that I'm talking about, or like Amber is, or Erica is, or anything, that is just a very clear, distinct tell sign of a narcissist, is that they will usually have two personalities. They have the mean side of themselves and they have the real side of themselves. Now, we're all like mean and nice and whatever, but it's just that there's this like complete opposites. Like, you would think it's two different people, right? So they're like, they could be nice to everyone and then have that one person that they're just like really mean to, and like, their true self with. Like, they don't have the mask on, whatever. But with everyone else, they will have a mask on and they're like really nice and bubbly and just like, you would just, and whatever. And usually they, narcissistic people do have like a lot of friends, like a lot of acquaintances. They just know a lot of people and stuff like that. And they're really nice to all of these people, and everyone thinks that like they're the greatest or whatever and the sweetest. But the people that they're closest to, the ones that they live with and whatever, get to see the real them. And it might not be every single person. It might just be one person or a selected person in the family or that they live with.
Like, the side she gave of me was different. So I don't know if that's like manipulation or if that's masking. I don't know. I'm not very good with psychology. Even though I should be well-rounded in it, I'm not. And things got out of hand. We said things we shouldn't have said to each other. I never said anything bad about my wife to her. That's one thing that really made her upset, was like, if anything, like, my wife had switched jobs, and she tried to, like, Amberlynn tried to say, oh, your wife's at home more, because she took some time off, and Amberlynn was upset because my wife was home more and I couldn't talk to her much. And she said, oh, well, she quit her job because she's being a baby. And
the biggest baby is calling somebody else a baby. Oh my gosh. She couldn't even like do the basics and around the house. She can't even wipe her bum and she's calling someone else a baby. That's so crazy. So in my head, what I'm thinking right now is Amberlynn probably is, hoping that if she's dating a married person, that married person will fall so deeply in love with her, self-love, and that they would leave their spouse to come and stay with her. And this is just making me think about Tommy, how Tommy was just so perfect for Amber and Amber's perspective, and y'all ruined it all because she was a feeder. That was just a small thing, a potential feeder. That was just a small hill that Amber did not mind at all. This was more like, it wasn't that big of a deal to Amber. Are you kidding? Cause she had someone that she could have married, possibly. Maybe she would marry me, and her dreams and her hopes and her plan for the future. I was probably hoping that Erica would leave her wife and come in, whatever. So she's trying to see if Erica is going to start hating her wife. That way, if she's hating her wife, she will be looking at Amber, and Amber would be more attractive, and she would start thinking about her and Amber together and stuff like that. But when you're seeing that Erica isn't hating on her wife, she's not making any plans to leave her wife, yeah, you're going to get a little heated, a little frustrated. But like I said again, if someone doesn't like you, or maybe if they're in a relationship, you know what I mean? Like, and a committed one, like marriage. How about you don't do that and go date single people? Go like someone else. Like, I'm not gonna lie, 8 billion.
I was like, no. She quit because, it was two different conversations, but basically we was saying, like, she's taking a bigger pay raise, and a better opportunity. It's not because she's being a baby. That's not who she is.
Amber barely posts on her YouTube, which is her job, and then she blames it on her audience, right? And now she's calling someone else who got a better opportunity and is actually working every day at their job. Oh, baby, that's so funny.
And it would upset her that I always talked about, if my wife came into conversation, I was talking about her in a more positive light. And my wife is not some crazy person that Amberlynn is saying she is. Anyways, I'm getting off subject here. My apologies. So we would
maybe at this point, I'm just speculating, you guys. All of this is just speculation. I don't know nothing. I'm just speculating, right? Maybe at this point, Erica and Amber were now talking way more than usual. You know what I mean? Like, now, Erica and her wife went from it just being them, and maybe it was even the wife that usually watches Amber, right? And it went from that to both of them watching Amber to her realizing Amber likes masculine women. Oh, let me go ahead and see who she's gonna talk to me, and then she actually talks to them, and then she's like, oh, she's actually talking to me, and then it starts to consume more of her time, and she's like, oh, okay, this is kind of consuming more of my time, and then later she starts to realize, oh, what if Amber is actually not a bit? And then she starts to talk to Amber, and Amber starts to pressure her into wanting a more committed relationship. It's like, oh, okay, what would that be? And then now that her wife is staying more home and whatever, having more time with her actual wife and her partner, she's like, I was hoping that maybe you would, and this is Amber, break up with her, da da da, love me more, da da da, but it's not really happening. She's getting mad about it. And maybe Erica's wife is also like, okay, this is a little bit too much now. I didn't think this was gonna happen, blah blah blah. So that would be the problem, the issue that Amber is bringing in between their marriage. So I guess the people that was going homewrecker on YouTube were kind of right. So I'm doubting that Erica expected any of this to actually happen. This is now Amber pursuing and doing all these things and FaceTiming her and all that stuff. I don't think Erica, as much as Erica did troll Amber, start the trolling, it's now like Amber's taking over it and making it what she wants it to be.
We would talk. We FaceTimed. Anytime I looked off, I was looking at my phone, she would always question me. She was wanting me to send screenshots of my inbox and my text messages and stuff, and who I'm talking to and things of that nature. She was kind of becoming possessive, and she was questioning me all the time. So she was like, why don't you leave the house, go to the store or something so you can call me? And I'm like, no, my wife has 360. So me and my wife have 360, and we know where each other are at any given time. So, it's not like I'm running around doing crazy stuff. So she made the comment saying, I need you to put me on Life 360.
What the quack? What the duck? That is A to the E to the LL. No. Baby, I can't even fathom what I'm hearing right now. I can't. What am I hearing right now? Is this real life, you guys? What? I just can't imagine. This is just so beyond me. I just cannot imagine what I'm hearing right now. This is crazy. Straight out, flat out, no. Why do you want to know? Why do you want to see all these things? Why are you trying to keep tabs on me? And her wife has 360, which is great. And now Amber wants in on that. That's what? It's a 3. What is going on here? you trying to do a throuple without acknowledging the other person. So you're trying. It's so. The fact that Amber was look. If I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm just gonna go ahead and say this now. If Amber was talking to Erica's wife, which I just forgot her name, so I've been saying Erica's wife, and it was like Erica's wife, and Amber that were actually like communicating back and forth on a regular, consistently, and they were all doing this together. Even if it's that Erica and her wife started as a troll, I would get it a little bit more. But for you to like try and get access, it's just creepy. Without, like it's like when you told her that, I'm pretty sure you're not expecting Erica to tell her wife, right, that she's about to put her on it. What, like you? Oh gosh, you never like. It's just too invasive.
So I was like, no, not gonna do that. A couple weeks go by and she's still pestering me about it, and I agreed to it, and like an idiot, and she was Googling every address I would go to, finding out. Yeah, sorry, I am nervous, very nervous, because I'm the piece of crap in this situation. Like my wife should not be getting any of this backlash. If anybody should get backlash, it should be me. I just don't want, like, yeah, I'm freaking freaked out by the Kiwi Farm people and Reddit and all these haters. Like, hey, I was one of them, and I did something stupid, and I misjudged her, and I was, I don't want to say she casted a spell on me, but she, like, it was almost like manipulation at its finest.
I won't lie, I'm so curious to how Amber did it. How she does it, like how good, like this means that she has to be so good that she can really manipulate another troll. Oh, I guess they're like a lesser troll in the hierarchy of trolls, and Amber is like the queen troll, so she has the power to, like, you know what I mean?
And I will say that woman is a professional. There was times where I was like questioning my reality, like what the fuck is going on, because of the things that we would talk about. Yeah, that was the gist of our relationship. We FaceTimed, we talked, we sent pictures, whatever. She knew where I was. She asked where I was going. She was always questioning me. She would ask me, when was the last time I kissed my wife? I need to tell her every time I kiss my wife. I need to tell her every time I have.
Amber is like that? That's so, why? That's kind of gross. Isn't it weird being on the other side, like in another state, keeping tabs on someone else in another state? Isn't that kind of weird? Like you could not find a single soul in your own state. You know what I mean? And now you want to, like, it's just, all I'm thinking about right now is like two people in a relationship and a creeper in the window that's like just staring at them and watching it. That's all I'm thinking about right now. Keeping tabs
with my wife, because she eventually found out that me and my wife were not like technically married, that we were married and we did have an active relationship, and that we have been together for a long time, and that we were, affectionate, everything like that.
At this point, Amber has no excuse. She has no excuse, but she's gonna keep it going. That's Amber style, Amber coded.
She was upset about it, of course, but, she forgave me. And, I was upset for, like, hurting her feelings, of course, because, she cried about it. She was hurt by it. And, people crying upsets me. And so I was like, I'm a big piece of shit. I'm still a big piece of shit for all of this. And if I could take it all back, I would.
I'm glad you can't do that right now, Erica, if I'm being very, very, very honest. I'm so sorry, Erica, for the negativity and whatever backlash that you got. I really appreciate your honesty and your acknowledgement of the situation and just taking accountability and everything. I'm really sorry if your wife got any backlash as well. But I'm very happy this happened, and I'm very happy that you showed Amber. And I just feel like you might have just been her karma, because it was going to happen sooner or later. Even if it's not you, it could have been someone else. And I think that might still be a possibility again in the future. Because Amber is very careless with just like the fact that she's a public figure.
Okay, I don't know what type of backlash I'm going to get for giving you all this information. I'm hoping that, this gets the people off of my wife's back. If anything, like, cuss me out, call me a piece of shit, blare my picture on Reddit, anywhere you want to do, but I don't want my wife getting backlash for this. Me and her moved past this, actually, June 9th.
That's very good. I'm very happy to hear that. Oh my gosh. Imagine lesser troll trying to troll a bigger troll, and then the bigger troll trolls the lesser troll out of their relationship. I don't know. But I just feel like it would have been a waste to lose an actual marriage over Amberlynn.
I'm sitting, this is the time frame where I'm kind of like trying to push Amberlynn away. Like, not really talking to her much. I was trying to like let her down easy and like not being like, okay, we need to end things. Cause I tried to multiple times, and she would like literally FaceTime me and show her whole face crying, her makeup. She would send me crazy videos.
Right. The thing about that is Amber is a great performer, like I said. She is so good at fake crying. Like, she comes on YouTube all the time and she makes videos crying, but you don't see any tears. Like, she's a fake crier. She's a great performer. I'm not gonna lie, I'm the kind of person, I really don't like manipulation like that. I do understand the manipulation, and I feel like it does depend on intent. And Amber's intention is not gonna be a good one, you know what I mean? Like, she's already talking to you, trying to get you to be her girlfriend, getting you to be her girlfriend, forcing you to be her girlfriend while she knows you're married. Like, her intentions are not great. So the fact that she's calling you crying, I'm not gonna, me personally, babes, no. It's just gonna be cringy to me. Like, it's just gonna cringe me out, like, That right there is manipulation. Telling somebody that you're triggering me, I have abandonment issues, BPD, all that stuff, that is manipulation, because you're trying to get them responsible for these things and, make them feel like they have to be the opposite of all these things. When you're trying to leave somebody and they're like, oh my gosh, no, I have abandonment issues, don't go. Babes, that's not that person's issue. You understand? It's just how relationships work. If someone's leaving you, those are the abandonment issues. That's for you to deal with and to heal. And, realize that there's more people out there. Things happen. People come into each other's lives and they don't stay that long. And sometimes they do stay that long. It just depends. It's just how life is. You have to heal that. That is your cross to carry. You don't put that on somebody else and give them that responsibility and then have them feel locked down to you. Feel like, oh, I have to be with you now so I don't trigger you. That is manipulation. Like the equivalent of someone saying, if you leave me, I'll hurt myself. It's like, I can't help but think about her previous relationships. Like and Feline. You think she ever told Feline, oh, if you leave me, I'll go back to binge eating and just whatever. Something.
Of her and songs and like trying to get my attention, whatever, saying I made her triggered, she has abandonment issues, and she was begging for me not to end things. And she claims that I was like cheating on her, but she was wanting me to give her information about my sex life with my wife, and of course I didn't tell her every single time. Like, I didn't feel like that was necessary at all. But when she would ask, I'd tell her, yeah. So it was, this whole thing is basically, and it should have never happened. So continuing, I'm trying to push her away. She's messaging me every day and blah, 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 blah. And like, I tried to make things up to like get her to kind of like back off, whatever. She messaged me on the day my uncle died, and my uncle like died, and I had a mental breakdown in the Taco Bell parking lot, getting food. I'm having a mental breakdown, and I told her, like, hey, I just found out my uncle died. Like, I need some time. I needed time. And I told her, like, hey, this is a whole ordeal for me. Like, I'm trying to figure things out with the family, figure things out with this, that, and the third. And then she's wondering, she's more concerned about if I miss us, like me and her. She's like, do you miss us? Do you miss me? Are we still together? And
The house is on fire! The house is on fire! Everyone! The house is on fire! We're locked in! We're trapped! Oh my god! We're gonna do it! We're gonna... Babe! But are you still into me though? But like, do you miss us? Like, do you miss us?
I'm like, I don't think that, we should do this anymore. Basically, like, I did give her the whole spiel, like, oh yeah, this isn't right, you don't deserve this, and, no one else deserves this. She said, okay, friends it is. So I don't know who broke up with who. I basically told her, like, I couldn't, like, do this anymore. And so she's saying that she broke up with me. That's fine. She can say whatever she wants. But I wanted to get my story out to you at least. Yeah, I watch your stuff. Whenever I used to watch your stuff a lot. I tried to stay off of YouTube since this whole, like, crap has been going on. After that, she would not stop messaging me.
So technically she broke it off with Amberlynn. And Amberlynn was so fine with it. She said, let's be friends. But then she kept pursuing.
Like from June 9th up until, what was it, June 23rd?
16th.
Oh, no, June 16th. She would not.
I think it was sometime between the 16th and the 23rd.
Oh, no. We broke, June 9th, my uncle died. We broke up on the 16th. So I was trying to ignore her and, kind of like let it die out, let someone else find her, let someone else find her, let someone else get her attention. Sorry, June 15th, we were talking and, that's whenever things ended. June 9th was when my uncle died. So June 15th, whatever, we broke up. So she keeps messaging me every day for like the next week. And me and Brittany are in the bedroom, trying to watch a movie. And like, I told her I'm watching a movie. And this is kind of like where, the truth came out. And Brittany was like, who are you talking to? And I told her, I said, Amberlynn won't leave me alone, basically. Like, will not leave me alone. I was trying to give her every excuse I could to not talk to her anymore.
Not only did Amberlynn try to break a family, a home, but after she realized, but she pursued even after Erica decided to break up with her. She is not a victim in any of this. Erica had a wife. Yeah, you need an Oscar. Someone get this woman an award.
And she wasn't budging. She was like trying to, I don't know when this other person came in the picture that is currently whatever she's with. I don't care. I just know that there is nothing exciting about me and there's nothing exciting about my wife as far as YouTube is concerned. So please, yes, I'm the biggest cheating piece of shit spouse on YouTube right now. You can go ahead and say that. But please, leave my wife out of this. She did know partially it was supposed to be a troll. It was supposed to be a joke. It was supposed to be this, that, and the third. But I fell for the stupid. I was stupid and I fell for the bullshit. I regret it majorly. Oh, as far as flirting, basically saying flirtatious stuff to each other, things like that. Basically cheating, having a emotional cheating relationship. Okay, so I'm going to backtrack a little bit as far as how August 1st came about. Whenever the whole agreement of the relationship happened, she's like, well, we need to meet, and I was like, well, when? And she's like, pick a date. And I didn't pick the date. She ended up picking the date.
Amberlynn came on YouTube and said that she was going to move in with Valentine, aka Erica, knowing fully well that she was married. Saying that maybe after knowing that she was married, making a YouTube video about it. Because she came on here and was like, I don't condone cheating. I've done it in the past when I was 17, but I was young. And here you are, a willing participant, egging it on.
It was August 1st, of course. And she was wanting me to move in and things like that. And so that's how August 1st came about, was, you know, she thought that I was going to leave. And I did, like I did lead her on and basically say, yeah, I'll be there August 1st. Sure, I'll be there August 1st. You know, because she asked every
So I guess maybe I was right about that. She really thought that Erica was going to leave her wife.
single day. Like it was, if it wasn't every single day, it was every week, multiple times a week.
She has nothing to do. Like, Amberlynn doesn't do anything. Like, she just sits in her house all day and eat.
And things got out of hand. You know, if I didn't talk to her for, she was like clocking me too. Like if I didn't message her back, she would say, where'd you go? What have you been doing the last 6 minutes?
This isn't BPD. I don't think this is BPD. I don't know. I could be wrong. Sorry if I'm wrong. I just feel like this is actually very psycho. It's just very, like, controlling. It's giving cult member vibes. Cult leader vibes. 6 minutes is crazy. 6 minutes is crazy. Like, I can get mad if, you know, you're someone, if you text someone and they don't text you back. But 6 minutes.
And I'm like, 6 minutes. So I started being stern with her. I was like, you're not gonna time me. Like this is not what we're doing. Like we had fights, we had arguments and things like that. And, you know, we had arguments about my wife. We had arguments about, you know, my friends. And apparently, I made her stop talking to her friends. No, she was always telling me about the things that her friends were saying to her. So Alexis, oh, that's a whole nother story. Abby, that's a whole nother story. Abby is like literally 22 years old and was mean to Amberlynn and said mean things to her. Oh, and also, apathetic facts. The friends that visited her was not Alexis. It was not Tommy, whoever. It was Eric and Ricky. Eric and Ricky are the two friends that was at her apartment because, you know, I knew. So back on track. Abby was one of the girls she was talking to, and then they became good friends. And she was always telling me the disrespectful shit that Abby would say to her. And I'm like, why are you friends with this person? You know, I wouldn't even give them the time of day.
Amber, you come on here, you talk about your friends. Oh, they're coming to come visit me. Da, da, da. Oh, I was talking to my friends about it. Da, da, da. But not even your friends like you. So this means that Amber will befriend someone that she knows does not like her. She will befriend someone that is verbally abusive to her. That's what this tells. And you know what? Am I surprised? Should I be? This is an obese woman. I think at this point, Amber has absolutely zero self-esteem.
Alexis, she said a bunch of things about Alexis.
In my other video, I was talking about how I don't think that their relationship is like a real relationship, to be honest with you. So I kind of want to hear this.
Like personal things about Alexis. I don't want to share it, but like homegirl thinks Alexis is her best friend in the world. Alexis thinks Amberlynn is her bestest friend in the world. Well, guess what? Like Amberlynn talks about Alexis to me, saying she gives me the ick and the things she says to me, blah, 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 blah. So I didn't make her stop talking to anybody.
I could be out of bounds here, but I just feel like this is also manipulative. Like, I feel like she was trying to put the responsibility on her. Like, oh, look, because of you, I cut my friends out. You made me cut my friends out. Take responsibility of that, right? And stuff like that. That's how I feel about the situation. That's what Amber was trying to kind of do here. And I feel like Amber likes to set things up as well. You know, telling her previously, oh, this is what I do, da da da, and then later not doing it, and then coming to you and be like, see, you made me do it. I just feel like, you know, because when you tell someone at a time, that's actually kind of, isn't that a little bit narcissist? I don't know.
Amber made that decision on her own. And she even said on her, you know, she even told me, like, she becomes like obsessed with people that she's with, and she tends to cut out her friends. I didn't make her stop talking to anybody. So this 18-minute phone call that you're going to be getting, it's 18 minutes and 32 seconds long of a discussion between Amberlynn and my wife on speakerphone. She was trying to tell my wife that I'm crazy and that, you know, she was wearing rose-tinted glasses, which, you know, that was a whole ordeal. You know, both of us were. It was a fucked up situation, and it was an emotional cheating relationship. And
Remember when I said that, what I was saying about that? Like, the way she said it, the way she phrased it, you know, Erica's wife found out about me. That means that just implies that you knew about her, but she didn't know about you. You know, like, you knew about it. That's why I was saying that it just, you know, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, it just felt like she knew about it and she was, you know, a willing participant cheating. And now she's crying and she called her mom to come and eat with her, you know, to come and be with her because she doesn't want to be alone. What? I want to hear this conversation that got Amber so, you know, sad and feeling like a victim because the wife found out and she's just like crying the entire time. Let's hear her.
And it should have never fucking happened. I went with it and it was stupid and I regret it and I wish I never did it. And of course, I'm not perfect, but I'm not going to sit here and be trolled about something that isn't true. Like, I'm telling my story and I'm being honest now so that things don't get turned around more than what they already are.
Exactly what happened to Amber. She never did that. She never told her truth. She never did what Erica's doing right now. That's why, you know, things are getting way worse than they actually were. That they actually have to be. You know? Because if Erica did not do anything, did not come clean, it would get worse.
And Amberlynn is a liar. I will confirm that. She's lied. I don't know how long this Tommy person was in her life. I don't really care, honestly. But I wanted to get my side out to you. That was the gist of it. You know, it was an emotional relationship that should have never happened. She tried to get me to move in. Amberlynn's just on the internet trying to find girlfriends to get them to move in. She just needs someone to move in. Independent girly era. I acted like it was going to fucking happen instead of me. I was being a and basically giving her false hope. And I should have womaned up and been like, no, like, it's not going to happen. I'm staying with my fucking wife. Like, why would I give up what I have here and come living in a one-bedroom apartment with you whenever all I hear in the background is sirens and people hollering in the streets? Like, that's not where my peace is. And it was like I was too deep to get out, that I had to get my own wife to help me. Like, that's where it got to with her. Also, I'd like to add that the day after the first conversation between my wife and Amberlynn, like, as far as, like, you know, you need to leave Erica alone.
You know what is so funny? We would not be getting any of this if Amber didn't put Erica's information. Doxed Erica, we were doxed, you know. Didn't put Erica's information out there. You know, if she wasn't trying to protect Tommy so hard, if Amber did not make that video, she didn't have to. I don't think she had to. I don't think Amber had to have released that last video that she did, revealing Erica Valentine. I don't think she needed to. Like, I really feel like if she just took that little break and came out with another video and acted like nothing happened and kept it moving and kept it pushing, it would have been just that. But she made the video exposing Erica Valentine, which I feel like is to protect Tommy and to distract from Tommy. You know what I mean? But now it just backfired and exposed her. Like, what's she gonna do now? She can't deny and be like, oh, it's all rumors. This is the person that she talked to, and now they're saying legit out of their own mouth. It ain't no rumor, baby. It ain't no defamation.
The day after, you know, I blocked Amberlynn's number, blocked her on everything, deleted her number. My stupid ass even, like, deleted the phone number and everything like that. And so she messaged me on a fake number the next day because she thought that my wife took my phone. That's the story my wife gave her, but I was really sitting right there during the whole phone call. Apparently, like, she told Amberlynn, yeah, I took her phone, we were at the pool, but we weren't. We were in the bedroom trying to watch a movie. So, she messaged me the next day and said, hey, it's Amberlynn. Your wife called me. I didn't know what else to say. She cornered me. I told her everything, and that she wanted me to unblock her number and call her and then reblock it, basically. Like pretty much, hey, block my number, but unblock it whenever we can talk. So that's what, I didn't respond to that. I should have screenshot it and sent it to Brittany, but I just wanted it to be over with. I didn't think that things would get...
Why is Amber still there? At this point, she should have been gone, but she's still lingering around. Why?
blown out of proportion like this, like especially like with my wife. Like, she is not the one to blame here, because she didn't know about the 95% of the situation. Like, she knew like for the first little bit of it, because we were trolling her, honest to God, trolling her. And I was like, I wasn't trying to get money from her. I never asked her for money. So that she said about with money, or if she said anything about money, I never asked her for money. Didn't talk to her about money, didn't care to. It was just, it should have been something, it was stupid. It was a huge mistake. It was dumb. If I could take it back, I would. It's, people are definitely like blowing things way out of proportion.
Some girl world. Girl world sometimes would be blowing things out of proportion. Trying to see what sticks.
I just don't want my wife getting drug into this in a negative manner, because she didn't know, and there is more to Amberlynn than people know. Of course, she does like use her BPD as a crutch. She says, every time she got upset with me, or if I didn't respond in a timely manner, she would like basically say I'm triggering her BPD and things like that. So I basically felt like majority of the time, like, not necessarily a gun to my head, but making me feel sorry for her. And
just like she tries to do with every of her YouTube audience. Always trying to make people feel sorry for her. Always trying to trigger your sympathy. Always talking about she has a BPD every 5 minutes. Every 5 seconds, honestly.
And, at one point I was like, oh, maybe she really isn't a bad person and people just make her out to be, even though I should have damn well knew because of, her past. But I mean, everyone makes dumbass decisions. As you can see, I made one. This was fucking stupid. Honestly, like I said earlier, when I say Amberlynn is a pro with her words and how she breaks things down and how she gets in people's heads. I dealt with criminals for close to 10 years. I worked in a maximum custody prison, and I dealt with inmates, and I was not manipulated by not a damn one of them. As far as doing anything I shouldn't have done. She has a way with manipulating people, and I've never in my life been manipulated like this before.
What does that say about Amber? I feel like that means that she is on a wavelength of manipulation that is maybe borderline psychopathic, or like one of those words or something.
Ever. And yeah, I have no excuse. Again, like, I'm gonna keep saying, like, this was a bad decision. I'm stupid. Make a meme out of me if you want to. I don't care. Just leave my wife out of it is all I'm asking.
And this is me, Brittany, aka the crazy ex-wife. So I had noticed that Erica basically had her phone glued to her forehead for months. And, she does a lot of Olympic weightlifting. And I thought, okay, well, she's editing. She spends a lot of time in the gym. Never really thought much about it until, she mentioned that we were watching a movie.
This whole time, Erica was trolling Amber alone. This whole time she was doing this, and her wife, Brittany, did not even know. Like I said, if I was in Brittany's situation, in Brittany's shoes right now, this is enough for me to consider breaking up.
And I looked over and I seen like paragraphs upon paragraphs. And she switched her phone off real fast. And I was like, no, who are you talking to? And then, you know, it came out that she was still talking to Amber. I had thought that had ended months ago. And yeah, we together initiated a troll. And that's what we were doing, just to see if we could get some kind of reaction back, some kind of message. And that's as far as it was supposed to go. I have since read through everything that was on Erica's phone, and I am, I'm a therapist. That's what I do. And when I tell you that this is one of the most dangerously manipulative people that I have ever met, Amberlynn is one of the most dangerously manipulative people I have ever met. It's true. What everybody says is true. And, I fell victim to this. It was not supposed to go as far as it did. So the day I found out, I had called Amber, and I'm like, so how long has this been going on? I didn't tell her who I was. Obviously, I was calling from Erica's phone. She just spilled it. She was crying. I'm like, that with all of this stuff that I have, all these texts, all these pictures, this would be a circus for you. Like, I could, really make things really difficult for you if I wanted to.
Yes, you could. Yes, you could. Yes, you could. And that's why you don't send people that you have never met in real life private, explicit, little videos of yourself. You don't do that. And you're a public, as smart as you are manipulating, I don't know what the heck. Why are you doing it? How are you making this? How are you making this mistake? You hear what she said? She did not even try to hide anything. She just spilled it. This is not a rom-com.
But I didn't try to get any kind of retribution. I was not vengeful. I did not say anything out of the way to her. I was just like, please, look, this is it. Stop contacting my wife, this is it. Just be done. Don't message her anymore.
I wonder if Erica sent Amber any photos of herself. That would be so sad. I would not be happy for Brittany or their relationship if that had happened. But as Brittany, to be looking at the messages and seeing those pictures, that's crazy.
So then she started messaging her, and I didn't know that until recently, after Erica had already blocked her number, blocked her everything. Apparently, she was still trying to have a relationship with Erica after all of that. Block me and then unblock me.
She had a wife. Even after all of that, that's so pathetic. Even after all of that, Amber still wanted her. Oh.
Who wants to stay with someone like that? How desperate do you have to be trying to chase after a married woman?
It's like Amber can't find a girlfriend anymore. And I honestly, I think that makes sense.
Me and Erica have been married for 9 years. 9 years. And we're both normal people. We're not feeders. We're not crazy. We are just both normal people. So when I found out that Amberlynn had been trying to contact Erica, I called her, and it was on the 4th of July. And I'm like, what else do I not know? I specifically told you, do not contact. No means no. In the first conversation, she's like, oh, as much as, it's, crazy to say, I still want to remain friends with her. Are you serious? Are you serious? You want to remain friends with my wife who you just had an affair with, and you're literally telling me this to my face?
4th of July? So when she was with her mom going, ah! She was busy texting. She's just trying to try again.
What kind of person does that? I really appreciate the fact that she calls me the crazy ex-wife. That's great. She knew I was never really an ex. I still lived in the house. She knew about our relationship the whole time, as you'll see when you hear the phone call. I really just don't appreciate being victimized over and over and over and over really makes you step back and think about people's mental health and how destructive people are being. And I even coached her. I'm like, Amber, you really need to stop talking to people on the internet that you don't know, because you don't know these people. And lo and behold, she was talking to AKA Tommy the entire time.
Pause. 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 Is that why she came out with a quickness to make that video about Valentine? Well, wait, does that make sense? This whole time, Amberlynn has been talking to Tommy. The reason why I think that would make sense is because if she was talking to Tommy, if she was talking to Erica, talking to all these women at the same time, why wouldn't she be talking to Tommy too? Why not add another person to the mix? Oh my gosh, is this proof? How did she know that? I want to know how she found out. How did she find out about that? Like, I want to know how she found out. I want to know if this is actually true, like real true proof. Like, if that's crazy. If she was talking to Tommy, that means that she was probably talking to Tommy maybe while she was still with her girlfriend. Her now girlfriend. You guys, is it true that Amber and Tommy were waiting for her then girlfriend to so they can get together? I don't know. Who knows how many women this woman be talking to at a time? That she's been talking to at a time, trying to, get someone to move in with her. She came on here, and we were even gonna move in together. Me and Valentine, we were that serious. Valentine was real. Girl, you could have called anyone Valentine. It could have been Erica. It could have been Abby. You could have called any one of those girls Valentine if you wanted. And they could have all, any one of them could have been. Who knows if you was doing the same thing you was done to Erica, to all of these women? Who knows at this point?
She was talking to Erica. 16 hours after I caught the whole thing, Tommy was already with a plane ticket ready to haul ass to Oklahoma. So she was having multiple different relationships with multiple different people. I kind of see as Tommy also a victim. Tommy probably has no idea that Erica was even a thing the entire time they were talking. Oh, and by the way,
and I see that coming. Amberlynn, the player.
let me add, I did not harass Amberlynn. The first phone call, she called me. Well, she thought she was calling Erica, but she was really calling me. And then the only time I even had contact with her was on July 4th. And that is all she has heard from me. And it was from me telling her to leave my wife alone. That's when the whole Tommy thing took place. And I was like, okay, good. This shit is over. And apparently not.
All that stuff she was saying, y'all can see our love. Thank you so much for the support. Oh my gosh, y'all can see our love. We're so in love. Soft love. Oh my God. Da, 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 da. Instantaneous. You was talking to how many women at the same time? She was the one. She was a one.
So I guess since she can't get to Erica, she's just gonna, this is her way of trying to get retribution on that whole situation. I haven't watched any of the videos. This was from an anonymous source that was kind of the whistleblower on this whole situation, because I had no idea that any of this was going on. All I know is I got contacted today by one of the whistleblowers. And then lo and behold, there I am everywhere, on everything, just out here trying to live a normal life. Unlike some people who are sitting on their couch and crazy. I mean, that's about it. So I would say, to sum it all up, Amberlynn had an imaginary relationship with a person that she absolutely did not know. And now she's just using that to make money. And how she has subscribers sitting there, I don't understand people.
So as you can see here, Brittany claims that Amber allegedly cost her $2,400. I'm not sure how or why, but if that's a question you want answered, they should be going live at some point. Here's their channel. Brittany says, I have a recorded phone call with Amber debunking her lies about not knowing anything about me. Also, apparently during this phone call, Amber agrees not to make any videos about Erica.
Hello?
So who reached out to who?
Huh?
So who reached out to who?
What do you mean?
Did you reach out to Erica, or did she reach out to you?
When?
What do you mean when?
Like for the very first time?
The last time you spoke to her.
The last time I messaged her was just letting her know that, like, you called and then pretty much just, like, the final goodbye type thing.
Why would you reach out to her again?
It was just, like, the final goodbye.
No, you reached out because you wanted her to be like, oh my gosh, my wife found out, we're exposed, what are we gonna do? That's okay, don't worry. I choose you, Amber. I choose you. I'm gonna leave her and pack my stuff and rush over to Oklahoma, and me and you are gonna be together forever in that 1-bedroom apartment.
I just felt like
There's no final goodbye. Like, what does that even mean?
I felt like I needed to, but we don't talk anymore. We haven't talked since the phone call, so.
So even after I told you not to contact her again, you still did. Why?
Because it was like, I wanted closure, and then not only that, but like, she contacted me, I would say, I don't know, less than a week ago, like upset about some TikTok I posted, and I never responded.
So you mean to tell me you're not posting anything about her online?
That's where she said it. I will never do that, but she did. She told us Erica's name. Later, you want to come on here and put your face in the camera and start acting all, moral and everything. You're like so virtual and righteous, and you'll never do any anyway. I can't believe how somebody else can do that. And all the reaction channels are just using you for views and entertainment and monetization. So what are you doing now, Amber?
No one knows her name, nothing about her. Nope, that is something that I told her I would never do.
I don't understand. Like no means no.
Huh?
No means no. Like, no means no.
Yeah, that's correct. That is why I do not speak to her any longer.
I just don't understand, like, you have an entire relationship with somebody you don't know, that you know is married. Like, what do you think is gonna come out of that? Like, that's the part I don't understand. To keep reaching out, like, I don't get it.
I didn't keep reaching out. I reached out the one time as a way of, like, a weird closure thing, because she did become like a really good friend of mine as well, on top of everything else. I was losing that, and that kind of like was rough.
So what did you say to her for your closure that you needed? I'm really curious.
Well, I haven't gotten like a full closure thing. I kind of just realized it's not gonna happen. But
like, how long did it take you to realize that it's not gonna happen?
It took me a long time. Actually, I'm being honest. Yeah.
The part that's got me up is that A, you knew about me. B, you were looking me up on Instagram. That shit is fucking creepy.
Right. I thought that you guys were married for financial reasons.
So does that mean that marrying someone financially is like a thing that some women do in the LGBT community? Is that why Amber spending money on other women is like a no big deal? As long as she gets to say, my girlfriend, my wife.
So,
is that what she said?
Yeah. That is what she originally said, yes.
Originally, but you know better now. And you know that she likes her wife because she talks good about her wife, and you get mad at it. Excuse.
And that you guys weren't in love anymore, and you guys, I mean, it's like, I don't really know.
So I kind of skimmed through the text.
Yeah, I understand that. I would have done the same thing.
Like, do you know how demented it is to tell somebody that's married not to have sex with their spouse? Like, do you know how crazy that sounds?
Like I said, I thought you guys were just married for financial reasons.
You really need help. Like, you really need help.
Probably.
I just am thinking about her and Becky.
So I expect not to see any more videos.
Correct.
No more, nothing. Not a word, not a peep.
And I absolutely respect that.
I thought you respected that the other day when I told you do not call, do not reach out. None of that.
I did that one time, and I want you to know, like, I had, like, there was an open line of communication
She's
that I
lying
did
about
not
me on
take.
YouTube.
Because I was respecting you, and I was respecting
Saying that I
myself
lied
and
to
the
her
people
and
in
I
my
was living a
life.
double life.
So that's why I literally did not reply to her message. Like, I don't know what she's telling you versus me. Erica is obviously a known cheater and liar.
How does she know that she's a known cheater and liar? How are you around to even know that? You're not in the same state.
I finally have my rose-tinted glasses completely off. Like, she's crazy, and she knows it, and I'm sure you do too. I got roped into shit. Like, I just want the best for the both of you, and I hope that you guys find that with each other. Like, I don't really know what else to do or say anymore at this point. Like, I apologize. I was very sorry.
I was very sorry. What?
I don't really know what else to do from this point forward.
A known cheater and liar. Did she tell you about
Yeah.
that?
Yes, she did.
Alright.
But yet I was supposed to be different. You know how you know how it goes. So I mean, I have answered your questions to the best of my ability.
I would really.
Like, I feel like she played me. What?
Yeah, she played you.
They were trolling you, babes. Miss Valentine was absolutely not a troll.
Hard, like a fiddle.
Yeah. And it's crazy to me.
That's what I
Like,
said.
she sacrificed a possible future with you. Why? Like, what's the point? Like, you obviously seem like you have your head on your shoulders.
She talks so
Like-
much shit about you.
Like, you know, I seen the shit you said about me too, right?
What do you mean?
Like, you know, I know all that.
Like what?
Just know that I know everything you said.
So, you know, like the jealousy side of me, obviously, when I'm in a relationship, thinking that she's going to come live with me and that she's in love with me, yeah, of course. I probably did say some things because I was in a delusional state. 100,000% I can admit that. Like, she had me in a full trance, and I'm absolutely over it.
So, if you knew that she was a cheater, why still talk to her?
Because she said, I'm different. You're so different, Amberlynn. You're so different, baby. I love you. And I love the way you make me feel. You actually make me happy. And you're sexy. That's what I believe. Take a step back and...
Amber, hey, you're such a liar. You know why I say this? You believe that you're sexy? It's a lie. Stop lying. You're lying. Ain't no way you believe you're sexy, babes. Ain't no way you... Sexy? That's a reach. You want to tell me anybody can come into your life and say that and you will believe it?
look at it from a different angle.
Oh, I'm
like,
100% aware I'm a
you.
victim. I'm 100% aware I'm a victim. Like, I know that.
Yeah.
Had you reached out to me and be like, hey, your wife is hitting me up, you know, I probably could have saved you quite a bit of time there.
Yeah, you probably could have. I just, you know, I thought it was for financial stuff, and we were just friends for the longest. I don't know if, like, she was just faking it the whole time because she needed someone. I don't really know. I don't understand.
This is going to be another YouTube video for her. Thank you.
I don't either, because I'm pretty successful. I'm pretty smart. I'm not bad looking.
Oh.
Like,
I mean, that's one thing that, Erica definitely did say about you. You're very smart, all of that good stuff. So I believe it.
okay.
So,
It makes you wonder why she go looking somewhere else, don't it?
I mean, yeah, honestly, some people just can't stay with one person. I don't know why. Like, I am beyond disgustingly loyal. Like, I stopped talking to several of my friends for her because she didn't even want me talking to them. but yet she had a whole wife, like, that she had an actual marriage with. Like, that's...
I just don't understand, like, you talk about double lives and but you knew about it the whole time. Wouldn't that be you living a double life as well?
Well, I didn't find out until a long time after her and I were talking that you would actually consider it cheating, because for a long time she told me that you had a whole different relationship you were in and that you were living there. Like, Erica said a lot of lies. Like, she can go and delete the messages because I'm not a screenshot taker, but it's all there. I haven't deleted a single thing on my end. And then it was literally just a couple months ago where we had this whole, like, talk where I was like, I'm going to get to ask you whatever question because I felt in my gut something was wrong. And something was off, something just seemed weird, like she was lying to me. So I said, we're going to have a discussion where you're going to answer every single question that I have and you're going to answer it honestly.
Was that like you telling her or commanding her?
Amber just went live to tell her side of the story, which is in response to Valentine/Erica and her wife Brittany speaking out.
I just want to make it, like, very clear that, like...
Already with the fake crying, sniffling, no tears.
The only reason why I ever said Erica's name
Because of Tommy. You shouldn't either way. It doesn't matter. You promised and you went back on your word.
is because, like, a family was being, like, harassed because people thought, like, Valentine was someone that she wasn't. And it's like, I know that I promised Erica and Brittany that I would not say Erica's name. And I didn't say Erica's name ever for, like, a way to get back at her or whatever it is. I wasn't doing it in, like, a malicious way. No, I was doing it to...
Distract from Tommy content.
because I felt like it was the right thing to do.
The right thing to do would be to lose weight and not talk to married people, which you're already doing, and not just one, but multiple. So why would I trust you to say that you're doing this for the right reasons and believe that?
Thank you, Alexis.
She told Erica she found it cringy.
All I did was say Erica's name. That's all I did. I didn't share anything else besides the fact that she was married.
You saw what happened to Tommy. You know your audience. Shut up.
Because that obviously affected me.
Why are we talking about you again? You about to mention BPD?
You guys know I have the mental illness. I have multiple. So, like, this has just been a lot for Erica and her wife to do whatever the hell they're doing. I don't know what this is about. I never doxed Erica. I never said any, like, personal information, nothing. And then just, like, all of a sudden it's like they just want to spill everything and say everything. And obviously I listened to all of it, and there are some truths and obviously there are some lies, things that I'm confused of, like, why would you lie about certain things? Like
what? Go ahead and give us just one example. They were trolling. This all started because they was trolling you.
You already look bad.
You've been looking bad for a long time, but she came out and she, said her piece and cleared the air. You have never done that, really. Have you, Amber?
Yes, I know a lot of people will be calling me a homewrecker. I get it. Like, homewrecker Lynn.
Thanks for that. I'm going to use that one.
It was back in September. I received a message from Erica. I guess she saw one of my TikToks on Zachary Michael's channel. And because Zachary Michael was talking about my TikToks, like, reacting to them. And in one of them, I said how I didn't have a type, but I really liked mask and possessive women. Erica saw that TikTok and she messaged me and said mask and possessive ? With, like, a little devil emoji. You know what? I was single. I was like, okay, like, literally clicked her Instagram and I was like, definitely my type. Like, cute. So I replied. We started talking and conversation got serious pretty quickly, in the sense of, like, she told me a lot about, like, her past and things with her family, and she just opened up to me really quickly. We became friends, I would say. During that time, I did find out. So some of this is going to be, like, what I thought at the time was true when I later found out wasn't true. So when me and her first started talking, she told me that she was married, but she was married for financial reasons and that they were in an open marriage and that her wife didn't even live with her. Her wife was living with her partner, like her other partner that she was in a relationship with. I thought that was like hectic. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, that's pretty hectic. An open marriage. Erica would always like just be like, me and my wife have an understanding. That was always her like go-to was me and my wife have an understanding with each other. So she didn't want to explain that understanding to me. I didn't think that Erica and I would get to the level that we got to because her and I did just stay friends for a while. You guys know me. I move really fast. That's just how like my heart works.
If that's what you want to call it, sure. But remember, you did say you have mental illnesses.
It was different with Erica because it was just like a constant, super flirty friendship.
It's always different, isn't it? Special, the one.
But something I did notice is that she was always there for me. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was single, so I talked to a few different people. That is true. She named some of them. And our feelings did start to grow for one another. And I could tell like it started to upset her when I would talk about these other people. And she would always say how she was on the back burner and how I wasn't giving her a chance and how I always had her at arm's length. Like, I'm not one to show screenshots, but I'm telling you, I have not deleted a single text message that her and I have exchanged. So there was one night in particular where I did get drunk. I did. And I was actually on the phone with Alexis and I was messaging Erica and I told Erica that I loved her. This was like in December. And that was like the first time that I ever said it, which was freaking crazy. The whole time it really was just like a super flirty friendship. But I realized like, wow, Erica really likes me and she wants me to like give her a chance. Like it felt nice knowing that like she was patient and she knew I was talking to like other girls and like she was still there for me. And like she always wanted to call me. And
Denial is a river in Egypt. Your husband is gay.
Like I would never answer her calls. Like it very much was like I was putting everyone else before her, but like she was always there. She was always, it made me realize like, wow, this girl really cares for me. You know, I guess there was a part of me that was like, Amberlynn, like something's off. But like I was ignoring it. You guys, in one of my recent videos, I told you guys like I ignore red flags.
Including Tommy's.
So anyways, it was like in December when I told Erica for the first time that I loved her. And I was drunk when I said it. Like, but it opened up a whole other freaking thing for Erica and I because of that one moment. I do want to make it clear that in Erica's story, she said that we stopped talking for a little bit. Literally, the only reason why we stopped talking is because she got mad at me because I actually started communicating more frequently with another girl. And she got upset about that.
I feel like I've heard this before. Amberlynn is still trying to go on this whole, oh my gosh, they all want me. They all want me. I think it's sad though that Amberlynn will watch that video with Erica and her wife and still come on here and still believe that Erica actually had feelings for her. Still thinking that, oh yeah, Erica was genuinely mad I was talking to another girl.
Delusion.
That's the only reason why we stopped talking, and it was literally only for a few days. Like, I don't understand. I wasn't the one who messaged her after those few days of her just being like, I'm done. She came back to me. I'm not trying to be cocky, but she literally couldn't get enough.
You were getting trolled, girl.
We started to talk more. I actually started to answer her phone calls. So this whole time I still thought she was in a open marriage. So an open marriage means like y'all make your own rules. Like you're seeing other people. So I had assumed that Erica's wife was living with her partner. I also assumed that Erica was super unhappy with her wife. And Erica made me believe like she would say things like, I haven't felt this way in over a decade. Like you opened something inside of me that like I didn't even know was there. Like Brittany and Erica said that they messaged me as a troll in the beginning. So Brittany is supposed to be a therapist. They watched me for over 5 years. They knew my mental health. They knew my mental state. They knew who I was. They knew that I had BPD.
They also knew you were a liar, cheater, manipulator.
They knew these things, and a therapist still chose to troll me. I don't even know if I fully believe that it started as a troll. I don't know. Maybe it did, but the fact is, Erica fell in love with me. Erica was going to move in with me.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I actually feel sorry for Amberlynn now. I think it does take a certain type of mental illness to be able to delude yourself this much. If Erica did fall in love with her, it was just manipulation. You manipulated her.
And she is downplaying everything that happened, especially after February 14th.
Or you're doing the exact opposite so you can look good online.
When she asked me to be her girlfriend.
which according to her, you forced.
My whole thing was like, okay, Erica, we're both in love. Like, why aren't we committed to one another? Like, why aren't we together? Like, let's seal that deal. When I fall in love with someone, like, I want to be with them. And I thought I was in love with Erica, and I thought she was in love with me. So I was like, let's like do that thing. Let's like commit to one another. And it's true. She did ask like, what would that entail? And so I told her like, it's like loyalty, more like communication together and commitment with one another and things like that. And she agreed to it. She's like, yeah, like, do you want to be my girlfriend? Erica is a known liar and a known cheater.
And what does that make you then?
She has cheated on Brittany multiple times. Like, so many times. And
yet she did not leave Brittany for you. They've been married for 9 years and you've never been with anyone for that long.
And Erica told me everything about their marriage, about all of the times she's cheated. Brittany's a cheater. Their marriage is a mess. Their marriage is a mess.
And who are you to talk? You inserted yourself inside of that.
So in my brain, it made sense to me. These two cheaters want to be in an open marriage. It makes sense. They're not fully happy with one another. Once me and Erica became committed, I feel like my brain and my like heart, I'm just like what's the word? Hardwired. All of my energy like went to her. We created a routine. This was a daily routine that we had.
You, just you.
That there was a time where Erica's wife moved back in with her. That did happen, and I was fully aware of that. But Erica was there for me for months. Like, she would see me cry, and she was there for me, and she would comfort me, and she showed me a love and a patience and an understanding.
For you being crazy, yeah.
That like surprised me. And even before Erica asked me to be her girlfriend, I knew that she was once a hater. Now Erica's saying, I don't know if the real Amberlynn is YouTube or the real Amberlynn is the one that I got to know. Erica, you know the truth. You know that the real me is the one you got to know. And you know that because you know my heart. But she said, like, when I was with Feline, she slowly started seeing a different side of me. And then especially after me and Feline broke up, she realized, wow, like, I kind of like Amberlynn. Like, she's kind of hot.
Lulu is the only Lulu.
We formed a routine where she would call me every single morning while her wife was at work. And she did that because I was always questioning, why can't you tell your wife about me if you're in an open relationship?
Well, that's a lie because you said while on the phone with said wife that it would have been better if you just hit her up and she had asked you when she had said that to you, when she had suggested that. You said and agreed, yeah, you're right. It would have been a lot easier. You would have saved me some time if I just came to you. You already knew her Instagram. You was looking up at her Instagram. Why didn't you go talk to her then? Liar, liar, Amberlynn's pants on fire.
I don't understand. And she's like, I just don't want to hear it. Like, I just don't want to hear what Brittany's going to say about me being with Amberlynn. Da, da. And then I understood because you guys used to hate watch me. So you don't want Brittany to make fun of you. I totally get it. I did feel ashamed. I mean, I did feel ashamed. I felt like she felt ashamed of me. Someone said address the Ozempic. Literally, semaglutide did stop working. But you guys, I'm not gaining weight. I'm actually losing weight. There was a video that I was going to post, which had a weigh-in. But
post it then. Just post it.
This is when our relationship got extremely sexual. We would have video, I don't know what you guys want to call it.
Spoken like a true femcel.
She was sending me sexual videos and photos. I was sending her sexual videos and photos.
That's sad, Erica. That's so sad.
We were getting very close in that way. Like, I love you and I can see myself being with you forever. Like, you make me so happy. Like, you are my world. Like, you are my baby. I am obsessed with you. Like, so one of the videos that Erica sent me, that was a sexual video. I saw her wife's slipper in her foot right next to Erica. Let me rewatch this video. And I had to like zoom in. Alexis, okay, let's be so for
the same wife you thought was living with somebody else. I know you're trying to say this to make us all look at Erica some type of way, but it's not gonna make me look at Erica some type of way because they did start trolling you and she was trolling you technically.
Alexis is on my FaceTime right now, emotional support animal. You guys would be obsessed with her and love her so much. And I know a large part of you just want to hate anyone who loves me. Erica was going to allow me.
Isn't it funny how Alexis would make a TikTok saying that exact same thing and now Amberlynn is saying the exact same thing? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like she set things up, you know? Kind of like trying to tell you what to think before you even think it.
To ask her anything because she wanted to reveal the truth about everything. And Erica was so worried with whatever I was going to find out that I was going to leave her and all this stuff.
And yes, she sacrificed everything for her wife at the end.
Literally, one day at work, she was freaking out and she ended up leaving work. She was crying. The first question I asked her was, are you and your wife actually in an open marriage, or if she finds out that you have a whole ass girlfriend, is she going to feel betrayed? And she said, I'm actually not in an open relationship. I have an actual real marriage. Me and Erica first started talking in September. Didn't even know she was actually married until I'll say like a month later. Not really sure on the timeline there.
Of course you're not. The one time that you could be implicated or look bad, you're not going to be sure of it. This whole video is just so you can paint yourself in a good light and put the blame on Erica for everything, which she does take some blame, but babes.
But I didn't even find out that like it was a real true marriage until months after, like I would say like 2 months after we started dating. I do see someone saying her wife is on her Instagram. I think I was blocked from that shit.
But admitted when talking to the wife that you knew her Instagram and you was looking at her Instagram page.
Because I'm one of them ones, I'm going to go to your Instagram and I'm going to look. This is where I'm in the wrong. I stayed with Erica when she said that she was in a marriage and that her wife would feel betrayed if she found out. I stayed with her. Erica firmly made me believe that she was in an unhappy marriage, that she wanted to be happy with me, that she wanted to come move in with me. So how the topic of her coming to move was, obviously we wanted to meet in person. Like Erica was like, if I come visit you, I'm not going to be able to go back. And that's when I was just like, you know what? Why don't you just move in? Erica's such a fucking liar.
You're absolutely right. I completely believe you, Amber.
I was slowly pulling back from her. She just wouldn't leave me alone. It's like, block me. She's trying so hard to save her marriage that it's like, it's insane to me. I get it. You don't want to lose her because you have cheated so many freaking times. It's not even funny.
None of your business. You found out and was still talking to her.
And she still stays with you. Brittany, you deserve better. I'm Amberlynn Reed, and Erica fell for me.
It's like Amber has to tell herself lies.
That has to suck. Like, y'all started it as a troll, and it ended up being to the point where Erica was going to move in with me, but she was telling me that she was going to write her wife a note, leave the house to her wife. You guys are asking about the Life 360. That did happen. She told me that she has Life 360. And I was like, what is that? And she was like, Brittany wants to track wherever I go because she thinks I'm cheating on her. And I was like, oh, awkward. Can we do Life 360? Like, I thought it would be fun. I was like, we can have each other's location. Anytime I would leave my house, she would get a notification that I left my house.
What good is that to her? You don't even go anywhere.
And she would say, where are you going? She would also Google addresses. Like, Erica has a side to her that is scary.
That was just so manipulative right there. Trying to accuse Erica of doing what she was doing.
Like,
I literally told you not to date her.
Oh, wait, say how scary?
She says the worst things you could possibly say to another human being, especially someone you're supposed to love.
Because she did not love you. It was a troll.
So, okay, it was June 9th, her uncle died. Erica and I are in a fully like committed relationship. And then by the fucking time you told me that you're in a real life marriage, I was too fucked up to say bye. Like, I hate more than anything blaming my...
It's so funny how she starts by saying that Erica's uncle died and started crying. It's not talking about BPD and how she's so fucked up and making it about her.
BPD. I get a favorite person. Erica was that for me. June 9th, her uncle dies, and she immediately tells me. When Erica's like hurting or she's mad or something bad happens, like she's just very amplified. She is very much one of them types of people. So she responded like she usually does. And then all of a sudden she just like disappears like off of the face of the planet. That was hard for me because I didn't understand it. For days, she just wouldn't talk to me. And
her uncle died. 1. 2, according to her story, this was when she was trying to wean you off. So you saying that she was never trying to wean you off, and when she tried to wean you off, it was because she got into an argument because of, you all got into an argument because of another woman. See how you're lying, Amber? See how you're lying?
As someone with BPD, like it mentally was messing with me. And I would message her a few times a day and I would tell her, why aren't you talking to me? We finally had the discussion and she was saying how like, she doesn't know if she wants to be with me, but she wants me to make that choice. Like I have those screenshots, like I do. Her saying how like after we broke up, how I kept messaging her and I was having a BPD freak out. That's a lie. So after we broke up, like that's when she started talking to me again. Yes, there was a little tiny flirting happening. You saying that you needed your wife to interfere so you and I could stop talking? Were you that hung up on me?
Amber is so delusional that she actually thought that she fell in love with her over the phone without even meeting her in person. That's crazy.
That like you literally couldn't just be like, Amberlynn, we can't do the friendship thing. I don't know. I don't remember what day, but it was sometime in June 22nd or something. Brittany called me and she was super sweet saying how her and I are both a victim of this, both a victim of Erica. How I'm not the first person that Erica has done this with. I won't be the last. About a month, I knew about the wife, like them being in like a marriage for maybe less than 2 months. When I learned she was married, it should have been over immediately. Yes, but my brain just like wouldn't allow it.
Says a 33-year-old.
Depending on where Erica was located, it's illegal to record a phone call without both parties' consent. I can help. I don't know if it's like illegal or legal. I don't care that the call was recorded. I don't care if she posts my freaking pictures and my videos and my photos. I literally don't. I just don't. I regrettably told her a lot about my past. Now she is using my pain and my story and just who I am as a person as bait. I don't know if
You were the one who made a video about her. You were the one who called out her name. You were the one who just said that you should not have made a video about her, that yeah, you promised, and that you didn't do it for the longest, and then you did, but you just said her name. If you had never made that video, Amber, no one would be talking about this right now. We would be talking about Tommy still.
this is some sort of like kink that they have, because I know I don't kink shame, but I know they have their own little situation type deal going on that is wild to me. But
keep trying harder to make them look bad and demonize them. You don't know what kink they have, but you somehow missed Tommy's kink.
Did you text her off of another number like she said you did? Yes, I did. It was like this weird closure thing for me. Yes, she blocked me after her wife found out about me. Apologized to Brittany. I apologized to her on the phone, and she is a victim of this. And my apology means nothing to her. Like, she's a hurt woman who just continuously gets hurt, and I helped in that. Cancel me all you want. I really just don't care at this point. No, I don't have control over my BPD fully. I don't. But I've improved so much, and I'm not gonna like take away from that. Like, I really, really have. So address Danielle, who's also married. Danielle is not married. A, Danielle is not married. And B, Danielle has nothing to do with this conversation. Did Britt apologize for trolling you? No. I feel really fucking sad hearing that. But I don't need an apology from anybody.
I think you should stop
Crying?
No, responding to stupid comments. Someone asked you're getting high. Like, come on.
Oh, okay. Thank you, YouTube manager. People are upset because you involved yourself in a marriage knowingly. It was fucked up when you said Erica's name when you promised not to. As much as how hectic this is, I wouldn't take it back. Valentine was real, and everyone thought Valentine was fake. I have said multiple times that there is a life.
Why did you feel the need to bring it up and expose her?
Outside of YouTube.
What, hanging out with your mom and making friends with women online and sending them your noodles?
I have a whole different life. I hate YouTube right now. Tommy first messaged me on June 18th. Me and Erica broke up 3 days before that. Cheaters choose to cheat. Homewreckers can't do it alone. This girl was sending gifts and texting from her marital bed. Yeah, you can't say you won't do revenge, but then sit there and talk about it in details. It's the same thing. Is it Alexis? Help.
Alexis, her enabling buddy. Is she gonna become the next new character now?
What?
Did I fuck up?
I don't think so.
Is describing a sexual situation the same as me like physically showing it? That was when I was on semaglutide. So today, here's the weigh-in. All right, I'm gonna turn on the scale. I'm stepping on. 467.8 pounds. Oh my god. 467.8.
And for some reason, I'm unmoved. Y'all think she's gonna get to the 300s?
So that means I'm actually down weight, and I had a feeling I was going to be, because like 467.8 last time I weighed myself. You're going to have to consider compiling evidence like phone logs and stuff, because they're determined to pretend this is all on you and not them. I don't care enough to do all that. But like, not only are they bad people, liars, trolls, cheaters, but like, they're just doing this to be dirty.
You see what I mean? The setup, this entire video has been her just hinting at the fact that, oh, they're bad and this, then this, and this, and this, and this, and that. And now she's just flat out saying it. Because at this point, she's expecting you to think it too.
Doing this to be dirty. A homewrecker. This is about a cheater. This is about people trolling. Abby is also a friend who literally has nothing to do with this. Why did you say Alexis gives you the ick? I've never said that.
I just want to start off by saying that I know I'm not very well liked in the community, and that's fine. You guys can continue to say whatever you want about me, that I'm a clout chaser and I'm irrelevant and I'm annoying. That's fine. But if I was that irrelevant or that annoying, you guys wouldn't be leaving hundreds of comments on my TikTok every day, reaching out the way that you do in support of me, in support of Amber. I know that Amberlynn has said and done a couple of controversial things on YouTube during her career over the last decade. I'm not a stranger to this. I was a viewer before I was a friend. We started talking in July of 2023.
Why is she still talking?
Amberlynn has shown me one of the greatest friendships that I have known in my 28 years of life. She truly makes me feel like I am not so alone in this world. The people that I have surrounding me in my real life have never shown me the kind of patience and understanding and unconditional love like Amberlynn has. I also want to address that I do not know Tommy in real life. I know that Tommy lives in Wisconsin, and that is purely coincidental. When Amberlynn reached out to me and said that she was seeing someone in my state, I mean, like, of course I'm gonna be like kind of like happy about that. I would love for my best friend to be closer to me. I would love to not have to hop on a plane or drive every time I want to see her. So of course I was in support of her seeing someone in my state. And this is the portion of the video where I get sassy. Message for Erica. You don't scare me. And I know you told me that I needed to be careful and that you know more about me than I think you do. Well, vice versa. Yes, I've had a couple of girlfriends over the last year. That's fine for me. I don't have a wife. And regardless if you and Amberlynn had a relationship or not, you've cheated on your wife before and you're gonna do it again because that's the kind of person that you are. So if you wanna play this game, Erica, I'm more than happy to play with you. And quite frankly, I believe this is probably coming out now because you probably can't pay rent again because you're a job hopper and you are unstable and your wife doesn't work and you have a steroid problem. And not only do you have to support your and your wife's needs, but also your other girlfriend's needs.
Brittany is no victim. She told Erica to troll her. Yeah, but that troll fell in love with the Amberlynn Reed. I don't know what to tell you about it. Like, she got to know the real me, and she liked her, I guess. Kind of a lot.
That's it for the video. Thanks for watching. Cheers.